Have you ever walked into a store intending to buy one thing, but walked out with 5? Or maybe you said yes to a favor you didn't actually want to do, and you're still wondering why. Most of us believe we make choices based on logic, but the truth, we are actually being pulled by what Dr. Robert Cialdini calls fixed action patterns. These are automatic, psychological triggers that bypass your rational brain. In his masterpiece, Influence, Cialdini reveals the 6 weapons of persuasion used by marketers, salespeople, and even your friends to get you to comply. If you don't know how they work, you are a target. If you do, you gain an invisible edge. Today, we are breaking down the 6 laws of influence and how they are being used on you right now. The first law is simple. We feel deeply obligated to return a favor. Think about the free sample at the grocery store. It's not just a gift. It's a psychological trap. Once you accept that small piece of cheese, your brain feels a social debt. You feel uncomfortable walking away without buying the whole box. Cialdini explains that this rule is so powerful, it can make us say yes to people we don't even like. A tiny, unsolicited gift can trigger a return favor many times larger. The lesson: to master this, be the first to give value, but to protect yourself. Realize that a gift used as a sales tactic isn't a gift at all. It's a bribe. Human beings have a near-obsessive desire to be and to appear consistent with what we have already done. Imagine a neighbor asks you to place a tiny 3-inch sticker in your window that says, "Be a safe driver." You agree because it's small. 2 weeks later, they ask to put a massive, ugly billboard in your front yard. Research shows you are 4 times more likely to say yes to that billboard, simply because you already committed to the safe driver identity. Once someone gets you to make a small commitment, they own your future behavior. When we are uncertain, we don't look inside for answers. We look at others. Why do sitcoms use laugh tracks even though everyone knows they're fake? Because our brains are wired to see canned laughter as proof that something is funny. Think about a restaurant. If you see 2 cafes, and one is packed while the other is empty, which one do you choose? You choose the crowd. Advertisers use this by saying, "Join 50,000 others." We assume that if a lot of people are doing it, it must be right. But as Cialdini warns, the crowd is often just as lost as you are. We prefer to say yes to people we like. But how do they make us like them? Cialdini identifies 3 main factors: physical attractiveness, similarity, and appraise. We like people who look like us, share our hobbies, or give us compliments, even if we suspect the compliments are fake. This is why you aren't usually buying from a faceless corporation. You're buying from a friend at a house party or through a referral. The strategy: always separate the person from the deal. Do you actually like the product? Or do you just like the person selling it? We are trained from birth to obey authority. In a famous study, people were willing to deliver what they thought were lethal electric shocks to a stranger, simply because a man in a white lab coat told them to. We don't actually check for expertise. We check for symbols of expertise. A suit, a title like doctor, or even the car someone drives can trigger our automatic obedience. Before you follow a leader, ask yourself, is this person a true expert? Or are they just wearing the uniform? The final law is the fear of loss. Opportunities seem more valuable to us when they are less available. Limited time offer. Only 2 left in stock. Deadline ends at midnight. These phrases trigger a scarcity panic. Our brain stops thinking about whether we need the item and starts worrying about losing the chance to have it. When things become scarce, we lose our rational edge. If you feel a sudden, frantic urge to buy something, ask yourself, do you want it because it's useful or just because it's about to disappear? Influence is everywhere. It's in the way your boss speaks to you, the way websites are designed, and the way you interact with your family. The goal of learning these 6 laws is not to become a manipulator. It is to become influence literate. When you recognize these patterns, the triggers stop working. You stop being a puppet, and you start being the one holding the strings. Which of these 6 triggers have you fallen for recently? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to master the psychology of success, hit the subscribe button. Remember, the more you understand how your mind works, the harder it is for others to work it for you. See you in the next summary.